Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Cooper, and I will be interviewing my grandpa, Bill Robertson. So, my first question is, how many siblings did you have?
I had 5 siblings.
Okay.
I had 3 brothers and 2 sisters.
Where did you grow up? Where was your childhood home?
My childhood home, I was raised on a farm out by Argo. And Argo is located west of LeClaire.
Did the farm you lived on have animals, crops, or both?
Both.
Did you like working with the tools and animals? Why?
Yeah, I did. Was a different experience from kids growing up in town. Growing up on a farm is a lot different. By the time I was your age, I had been driving a tractor and working in the fields for probably 2 years.
Did you like getting to be outdoors? Why?
I love the outdoors. I still like the outdoors. Don't like being cooped up in a house.
What were some fun/positive moments for you when you were growing up?
What were some what?
Fun or positive moments or
Fond or
memories?
positive moments. Oh, well, playing with my brothers and sisters. We milked cows by hand. We fed the chickens. We gathered eggs. Fed the pigs. We rode horses.
What were some not fun or negative moments when you were growing up?
Oh, negative moments. Well, we didn't have an indoor bathroom. We had an outhouse, and we had a bathtub we had out by the barn by the pump, and we would fill that with water in the summertime and let it heat up in the sun, and we could take a bath in that.
What about during the winter?
During the winter, we had just wash off in the house.
Okay. Where did you graduate from and what year?
I graduated from North Scott High School in 1965. It was a Friday night, and Saturday morning my papers was in the mail to go take my physical for the military.
Okay. What did you do after graduation?
I worked at Sevier Steel until I got drafted into the military. Well, I worked at the grocery store in LeClaire my last 2 years of high school, and then for a short time after I graduated. till I got a job at the factory.
Was that Slagle's that you were working at?
It was. Well, it was Jack and Jill, and then Slagle's bought it.
What did you do in Vietnam?
What did I do in Vietnam? Well, I was combat infantry, and I was a 1-1 Charlie, which meant I was with the mortar platoon, 81 millimeter mortar.
What was it like traveling to Vietnam?
What was it like traveling to Vietnam?
Yes.
Well, it was a long flight. We stopped in Hawaii and Guam and the Philippines, and then flew into Saigon in Vietnam.
Are your seats backwards?
Not that time.
Not that time.
You stopped in Hawaii.
Hawaii and Guam and the Philippines, and I don't know which one was, whether it was Guam first or Philippines first. And I got to come home on leave when my grandmother passed away, because she lived with us. And then when I went back to Vietnam, it was in a C-130, and the seats were in backwards and no windows.
Wait, in the plane?
In the plane, yeah. So the takeoff and landings were a little bit strange. And it was pretty dark in there.
Is there anything else about Vietnam that you would want to share?
Well, I had lots of friends. I mean, we had to look out for each other and depend on each other, and
Were any of your friends from back at home?
none of them were from this area.
Was there anything else about your childhood?
Anything else about my childhood?
Or on the farm?
Well, I guess I was pretty ornery, and I climbed up the windmill one time, and was sitting up on a rotten deck. When I was young enough that I don't remember it.
Tell a story about what Grandma did to you.
Oh,
With your overalls.
yeah.
Because you were so naughty.
And another time, Grandma and Grandpa or my mom and Dad were loading up hogs to send to the market. And so, to keep me out of trouble, Grandma tied my my suspenders to the clothesline. So I just took my pants off and got away anyway, so.
Don't do what she said. Second?
Yes.
Alright, what do you say to Grandpa? to thank him.
Thank you, Grandpa, for letting me interview you.
You're welcome.